Have you ever stopped and just wondered what's really going on behind the scenes of your own life? You know, what invisible forces are actually shaping the decisions you make every single day? Well, let's get into it, because today we're going to uncover a really powerful concept from the existential psychologist Rollo, something he called the hidden blueprint for our reality.
So let me just ask you this straight up. When you make a choice, and I mean anything, from what you're going to have for lunch to a huge life-altering decision, what's really, truly driving you? Is it just your conscious thoughts, a gut feeling? Or could it be something, a little deeper, something you might not even be aware of?
To even begin to answer that, we've got to grasp one fundamental idea first. See, our choices aren't just these random sparks of free will firing off in a vacuum. Nope. They're actually built on top of a foundation, an underlying structure that gives our entire world meaning.
I mean, think about it. For you to even act on a choice, there has to be some kind of framework connecting you to the world, right? Without that structure, you couldn't actually do anything. You could decide you want to pick up that coffee cup, but you wouldn't be able to, because the very connection between your desire and the actual cup just wouldn't exist. This structure, that's the key.
And lucky for us, this structure has a name. Rollo called it intentionality. And this single concept, this one word, really unlocks the entire puzzle of how we perceive the world and how we act in it.
So here's the absolute crucial point. The thing you gotta get. Your actions and your intentions are basically two sides of the very same coin. You literally can't have one without the other. Your intention to do something already implies the action, and any action you take reveals some kind of underlying intention. They're totally inseparable.
Okay, so let's get really specific. Intentionality isn't just, what you intend to do. It's so much deeper than that. It is the actual framework of meaning that lets you, the subject, make sense of the world out there, the object. Think of it like it's the personal lens through which you perceive all of reality.
This is what May called the bridge between our inner and our outer worlds. Intentionality is the thing that connects your thoughts, your feelings, to all the people and things around you. It's how you, the subject, can even interact with an object. Without that bridge, we'd just be completely disconnected from everything.
All right, I get it. This might still sound a little abstract, a little heady, so let's make it real. We're going to use a super simple, practical example that May himself used, and you'll see how this whole thing just clicks into place.
Okay, picture this. You've got a man, he's our subject. And you've got a piece of paper, that's our object. Now, in every single one of these scenarios, the man is the same, and the paper is exactly the same. The only thing that changes is his intention. If his intention is to communicate, that paper becomes a letter. If he wants to play, boom, it's a paper airplane. If he feels the need to create, it becomes a sketch. The meaning of the object is totally defined by the subject's intention. That right there, that's intentionality in action.
But here's where it gets really fascinating, and honestly, maybe a little unsettling. What if we aren't always aware of the intentions that are shaping our actions? What if that bridge we're talking about is being built unconsciously?
Yep, that's right. This incredibly powerful force that shapes our perception, that shapes our choices, can often operate completely below the surface of our awareness. Let's look at a case study from May's work to see just how this can play out in real life.
So meet Philip. He felt completely trapped in his relationship with his partner, Nicole. He felt this deep compulsion to take care of her, even when her behavior was really erratic. Now, consciously, he had no idea why he felt this way. But deep down, underneath it all, an unconscious intention was running the entire show. Because of his past with an unpredictable mother and sister, he had formed this deep-seated belief. Unpredictable women must be cared for. And this hidden intention, this hidden blueprint, it locked him into a repeating pattern, making it totally impossible for him to see Nicole, or even his relationship, in any other way.
So, hearing Philip's story, it brings the question right back home, doesn't it? If these unconscious intentions can be that powerful, what hidden forces are shaping our own lives, our relationships, our whole perception of the world?
And this is really the ultimate takeaway. Your intentions, both the ones you know about and maybe more importantly the ones you don't, they are the blueprint. They're the underlying structure that dictates how you interpret events, how you relate to people, and what actions you end up taking. In a very, very real sense, they are creating your reality.
So that leaves us with a final, really powerful question to think about. Just take a moment and think about the patterns in your own life. The kinds of relationships you find yourself in, the situations that just seem to keep happening. What unconscious blueprint, what hidden intention do you think might be shaping your world right now?